Hello there, it's Mike with the Fish Tank Barn, and I'd like to welcome you back to another video. The subject of today's video is based on an early Christmas gift that I got from my daughter, this Mike's Fish collectible book. For context, my daughter is 16 years old and really has no interest in fish. Earlier this summer, I had purchased a bag of Pasilia Chico at a local fish store, and she wanted to see them when I brought them home, in which she made the comment that they were basic, which led to a couple weeks of back and forth discussion. To put the book together, she had my wife give her access to the spreadsheet where I keep the data on all of my fish. She then looked them up by category and then ranked them from 1 to 10 on whether or not she felt they were basic based on their appearance. So I'm going to go ahead and go through this collectible book and let you know what I feel about our rankings. Go ahead and put your feelings in the comments as well. It'd be fun to read what you think. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's start out with a group of fish that we all know and love, the Gideids. The picture that she pulled up out of Google was of the Xenotoka Dodroi, and she gave it an 8 out of 10 basic ranking, which I thought was pretty good for a non-fish keeper rating Gideids. I have a feeling that if she would have looked up some other species on Google, she may have ranked it a little bit lower at maybe a 5 or 6 level, but for a non-fish keeper, I'm pretty happy that she ranked the Gideids as an 8 out of 10. The next group of fish she took a look at were the Cyprichromis, which she gave a 10 out of 10. I really can't disagree with her here. I think both fish keepers and non-fish keepers alike would really like this fish due to its bright blue markings, peaceful nature, and it's just a really beautiful fish that I think anyone would enjoy. I really don't think there's really much discussion here on whether or not you'd think this fish would be basic or not. So the next fish she took a look at were the golden teddy live bearers, which she gave a 6 out of 10. This is one of the examples where Google kind of did her wrong, because this is actually a picture of a tiger teddy and not the golden teddy. But either way, she gave this fish a 6 out of 10 with 2 bonus points for the name. This is one where I really kind of disagree with her, where I think the tiger teddies are actually quite beautiful. I really like the golden teddies as well, because they have a really nice gold coloration, which I really think makes them stand out in any planted aquarium. So I'd probably give them about an 8 out of 10. I could definitely understand with the picture from Google, where she might give them a lower ranking. The next fish she chose were Plecos, and I was really surprised that she ranked them at a 9 out of 10. Throughout my fish keeping career, I've generally not been a huge Pleco fan, and I generally think of them as pretty basic, especially your common Plecos, as well as your brown bristlenose. There are some beautiful species out there though, like the flash Plecos that I own, as well as other species like the zebra Plecos. I personally would give Plecos as a group probably a 6 or 7 out of 10, with some individual species I would definitely rank higher. She also rated the Platies, and I was a little bit surprised that she only rated them at a 7. Platies are one of the most popular fish in the aquarium hobby, coming in a wide variety of colors and fin types. I personally would have ranked Platies a lot higher, probably at an 8 or a 9, but this could be another case where the Google picture could have affected her ranking. I also wouldn't sleep on the wild type Platies, because there's definitely some really cool wild type species out there as well. She also rated the Swordtails along with the Platies, and the Swordtails earned a 9 out of 10 ranking. I'm curious if the swords on the males had any influence on how she viewed them. Like the Platies, you can find Swordtails in a wide variety of different morphs. Definitely another very popular fish in the hobby. In terms of her rankings, I don't have any complaints here and would completely agree with the 9 out of 10 ranking. Endlers were another species she ranked, and she gave them high marks, 10 out of 10. From an appearance standpoint, Endlers are really spectacular, having been bred into a lot of cool colors and tail shapes. I can definitely see why she rated it 10 out of 10. To boot, these are great beginner fish, and is one that I would highly recommend to beginners. Again, no issue with her rankings here. Guppy's also made her list of rankings with a 9 out of 10. Much like the Endlers, Guppies come in a wide variety of color forms, even more than Endlers. I can definitely understand the appeal of these fish with all the tail shapes and colors. No issue with the ranking here as well. We now come to her most controversial ranking. She ranked Limia 1 out of 10. I definitely feel that Google did her dirty on this one. While I can understand that Limia are not the most colorful fish, and kind of an acquired taste, 1 out of 10 is a bit much. There are some really awesome Limia species out there with some really great sheens, like the Limia melanogaster and Limia perugiae. You also have some species with some cool striping patterns, like the Limia islay. I would think 7 or 6 out of 10 is a lot better ranking for Limia. I hope you enjoyed going through all the rankings like I did. It was a lot of fun seeing a non-hobbyist viewpoint of all my fish here in the fish barn. I really enjoyed the fact that she spent the time looking up all the fish and getting all the pictures together. Hopefully she learned a little bit about my hobby. If you want to learn about the rest of the fish here in the fish barn, I'll go ahead and put a fish room tour up here at the end, along with some care guides to the fish that we talked about earlier in the video. So with that, stay safe, stay fishy, and I'll catch you on the next video.